In this video, we're going to be going over the different types of numbers. And this is our part 6 video inside of Math 20-1. And basically, the types of numbers that we're going to cover today is real numbers and how real numbers branch off to multiple different sections. So that's what we're going to be looking at in this video. So starting off with the types of numbers, everything combined here is called a real number. So we can see that real numbers is the biggest box. So everything else inside of this is considered a real number. So real numbers are basically any number that can be written on a number line. So that's the definition of what a real number is. And then after that, we can see that real numbers branch off into two different sections, and then it keeps on branching off inside of this section. So that's what we're going to be explaining in the upcoming slides. So let's now move on to the next section, which would be the rational numbers. So here we can see that real numbers branch off to two different boxes. One is rational numbers and another one is irrational numbers. So we're going to cover over irrational numbers later, and we're first going to start off with rational numbers. So the smallest part of a rational number is called a natural number. And basically what a natural number is, it's a counting number. So you can count them starting at 1, 2, 3, all the way to infinity. So natural numbers start at 1 and then they continue on to infinity. So moving on, the box that's bigger than the natural numbers is called a whole number. So whole numbers include all natural numbers. So it includes all the counting numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way into infinity, but it also includes 0. So it includes 0 and all the counting numbers. So it's first natural numbers and then whole numbers, which is the bigger box of the natural numbers. And then after that, the next box we have is called integers. So integers contain of all whole numbers and all natural numbers. So it contains of all the counting numbers and the 0. And then another thing that the integers include is all the negative numbers. So we have the counting numbers, we have 0, and we also have all the negative numbers as well. So that's what integers contain of. And then finally, for the whole box, which is called rational numbers is basically any number that can be written as a quotient, which is basically a over b. And these are some different examples of it. So we have 2 over 5, minus 11 over 3, 3 1/2, 0.5, minus 1.23, and 3.3 repeating. And the one thing about rational numbers is that they have to be repeating and terminating. So if they repeat, that is okay, such as 3.3 repeating, that's considered a rational number. And if they're terminating, so such as 0.5. So that's what a rational number is, repeating and terminating. And rational numbers also include all integers, all whole numbers, and all natural numbers. So this is the first box inside of real numbers, which is rational numbers. And now moving on, there's another box which is called irrational numbers. So irrational numbers is any number that cannot be written as a quotient of integers. So for example, we have the square root of 2, pi, and the square root of 3. So these irrational numbers are non-repeating and non-terminating. So that means these numbers just continue going on forever. So for example, the pi. So pi continues going on forever. It's never non-terminating. It always keeps on going. And it never repeats itself either. It's always different numbers and not in the same pattern. It's in different patterns. So this is what irrational numbers is. It's non-repeating and non-terminating numbers. So in summary, we covered over the types of numbers, which is real numbers. Real numbers is broken down into rational numbers and irrational numbers. Irrational numbers is non-repeating, non-terminating, and rational numbers is everything else that we covered. And they also cover over integers, whole numbers, and natural numbers. And that basically summarizes everything for this video of what is real numbers. So thank you so much for watching from Try to Be Useful, and we'll see you guys in our next math video.